Hello, everybody. This is Peter B, and welcome to another episode of Third Base Thursdays. This is episode number 2 out of 4 episodes. I wanted to make sure I had at least one card of Topps from every year they produced. And I was trying to figure out how would I go about doing that. Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to play third base for the Boston Red Sox. So that's what I decided on. The representative card would be the third baseman of that year's set from 40s up to today. And I say 40s because in the vintage cards, I also included Bowman's. So this is episode 2, like I mentioned, and these are the 60s and 70s. And we're going to start out with 1960 Frank Malzone. Nice horizontal format in the 60s with a color photo and then a black and white photo against a background. In this case, it's blue. Nice yellow on the bottom, old-time Boston Red Sox logo. And the backs of the cards look like this. So this is Topps 1960 Boston Red Sox third baseman Frank Malzone. Now Frank Malzone will hold down that position for a while. And here is 1961 card. They had the name, position, and in a little box to the right would be the team. And the back of the cards. Yellow and black backgrounds. And once again, Frank Malzone. 1962. Frank Malzone. 1962 has the wood green with a colored photo, and it looks to be curling up at the bottom right where you would find the name, team, and position. And the backs, orange and black. So 1962, Frank Malzone. 1963, still Frank Malzone. Color picture, lower right is another black and white picture inside a circle with a color background. In this case, it's red. Name on the bottom, team, and position. Backs of these are yellowy, orangey, and black. So once again, Frank Malzone. And 1964, Frank Malzone. Color picture, team name on top, player name, position on the bottom. And the backs are orange and white. 1964. It's Frank Malzone still holding down the third base position. 1965. Frank Malzone. Color photo with a pennant or banner on the bottom with the team name and logo. Name and position on the bottom of the card. And this is blue and black on the back. So this is Frank Malzone's last card as a third baseman for the Red Sox. We got a new player coming up for 1966. And that's rookie Joe Foy. He shares his card with pitcher Darryl Brandon. Typical multiplayer card rookies, the Topps head. And the back of it is a pinkish color and black. So 1966 Topps. 1967. Joe Foy now gets his own card. 67. I personally don't like him as much. It's a photo, team name on the bottom, player name, and position on top. And green and black on the back. So 1967. And we have Joe Foy again for 1968. Canvas looking type background. Picture of the player, name on the bottom, and within a circle, the team and position. Yellow and black backs. So that's 68 Topps. And to close out the 60s, and we have a new player, George Boomer Scott. Listed as third base, first base. He would later move over to first base, but at 1969 he was doing both. Picture of the player, team name on the bottom, and that same circle you saw in 1968 now moved to the upper left. And a reddish black back. And that concludes the 60s with 1969. Now moving to the 70s. New player, Sid O'Brien. Gray borders, team name within the picture, and on the bottom the name and position. And the backs are blue and yellow. So to start out the 70s, Sid O'Brien. (1971). We are back to George Scott. Once again listed as a first base, third base. 71 has those beautiful back black borders that chip very easily. A nice color picture. Team name in bold on top. Player name and position underneath that. And their backs are green and black with a player black and white photo. So 1971, Topps, George Scott. 1972, Rico Petrocelli. Rico was their shortstop for a while. He played for the 1967 Impossible Dream team. But Luis Aparicio came over to the Red Sox, and he's a Hall of Famer shortstop. So Rico moved over to third, and he will hold down this position for a while. The 72s kind of give you the feeling of those early 70s with the team name. The player name's on the bottom, and the position is on the back, with an orange and black back. 1973, Rico Petrocelli. Color photo, team name and player name and team name on the bottom. And they had this little cartoon figure. All the same positions had the same figure. And this is the little figure for the third baseman. And black and yellowy orange back. So 1972. 1973. Now we go to 1974. Rico is still the third baseman. Has little pennants, team city on top, team name on the bottom, player name on the bottom, and position on the top. Green and black background. So that's the 1974 tops. Rico Pectorcelli. 1975. This had the two-tone borders, came in multiple colors. Rico gets an orange and brown border. Team name on top in bold letters. Player name on the bottom. And within a baseball are the positions. And the back is green and a couple of shades of reds. So the 1975 tops. 1976. Once again, it's Rico. Player shot. On the bottom is player name, position, and team name. They went with a little graphic again for the position. Each position had its own graphic, and that's once again the third base position. And the backs are green and black. 1976, Rico Pectorcelli. 1977. This will be Rico's last card. In bold, the team name, player name underneath, a little pennant with the position, and green and white on the back. So Topps 1977 card. 1978, we have a new player holding down the hot corner, and that's Butch Hobson. Player photo. In script, the team name on the bottom, player name on the bottom, and on top right, a little baseball with the position inside the baseball. And the backs are orange and blue. So this is the design of the 1978 Topps. And then the last one in this episode takes us all the way through the 70s with 1979. We have Butch Hobson again. Player name and position on the bottom. Below that in bigger font is the team name. And they moved the baseball down to the lower left and put Topps, the old style Topps logo in the baseball. And still another green back with this one has black print. So that's it. Those are the cards. One example of the Red Sox third baseman for the 60s and 70s. Next episode will be episode number 3, and we will do the 80s and 90s. Well, have a good day, everybody, and thank you for watching Third Base Thursday.